infrastructure, we're looking to reduce energy usage, not increase it. We don't want to have to deploy or allocate additional hardware in order to be able to reduce our consumption. Ideally, we want to do what we've got, or do it without anything additional being added to our infrastructure on our additional costs. And as well, if we do have to invest in something up front in order to run this type of solution, how does that impact our return on investment? All of these factor together. And on top of that, the standard technical aspects. Does the solution do what it says on the tin? Is it compatible with my business? Is it compatible with my systems? Very often, the technical aspect is not the most important, and that's why we've got this at the bottom of the list, that it doesn't matter if the solution works for you if nobody can understand how to put it in to your organization specifically to fit the way you need to work, then nobody within IT is going to successfully go ahead with a PC power management project. So technology is not the only issue. So when we look specifically with overcoming the technology barriers to PC power management, top of the list of these barriers is IT themselves. I've lost count of the number of the times that IT has a good aspect to it that they can foresee potential issues. But very often, all they can see are the issues. Because if there's an issue that comes up from this, they have to deal with that. They have to handle the feedback or the pushback that may come from the end user estate. I've been involved with organizations with 10,000 systems where they've been left on 24 hours a day. And because there is the potential for users to say, I've lost one document, or this has impacted me just once, IT may be too afraid alone to go ahead with this. So very often we need to look beyond just the technology in IT to get buy-in from the different areas of the organization to accept and implement change. Because anything we do involves change. So IT will identify the things that need to be handled, but we need to be able to overcome that. We need to be able to show what's needed, what has been done, so metrics on the problem and the solution. And to be able to do this, we need flexibility within the technology to be able to do this. We're not talking a technology presentation today. That's why we have other members of our team here today to be able to show you the technology itself. But technology is one of the things that can help us to overcome technology barriers. So the solutions that we look at need to be comprehensive from a metrics perspective, from a flexibility perspective, and must be able to adapt to the various infrastructure setups, the organizations that you're looking to put this in, multinational, national, etc. And the technology, as I said before, is not the only barrier. It's not the most important barrier in many cases, but we tend to see extremes. It's either undervalued, because people will think every solution in this space is the same. Everything does the same thing, which it doesn't. Now, just sending a policy is not enough. It needs to work and it needs to adapt to the way that the business handles. But also, exact opposite end of the scale is that it must be absolutely perfect for every possible eventuality. If you're imaginative enough, you can find a reason to never do anything at all. So we need to have the importance of the technology balanced at the right level. But even if we match all of those technology requirements, overcome the issues, even if the product works absolutely perfectly, very often you still don't do PC power management. We have to overcome the other potentials. Infrastructure being one of them. Whether that be just how distributed you are as an organization, or whether it be the type of organization that you need to be supporting. Standard types of solutions, whether it be PC power management or pretty much anything else, we expect very often this to be an on-premise installation. So it has a server installed locally, software for the operating system, database software, etc. And what that means is, especially for a distributed organization or independent legal entities, if you're providing a managed service or a shared service, maybe for government, the cost becomes much higher to begin or roll out PC power management or any other solution to different areas of the organization. So rather than have a proliferation of hardware operating system and databases, what if we were able to remove the requirement for any kind of on-site service and software? So with that, we're looking at the aspect of our solution, which is the hosting capability. So something that requires no on-premise hardware at all. Something, therefore, that doesn't impact the ROI. We can take away the infrastructure investment from our calculations of the return on investment for a PC power management solution. And what this also helps us to do is to take an enterprise class, a professional class solution that has the technology flexibility that we need for the different types of environments and makes it suitable, whether it be for a large, medium, or small enterprise. And we'll look at this a little bit later. Going further with that, with the type of technology as well, is being able to have this for the shared service organization or for the managed service organization, so that cost effectively utilizing shared infrastructure, being able to manage multiple organizations, multiple businesses without the associated overhead of hardware or administration costs for managing remote on-site hardware and software. Being able to co-locate this and have management across the internet, wherever the device is, wherever the organization is. So perfect for MSP or shared service type organizations. Because what we want to be able to do is to handle and provide this management from a single, central, shared location with all of the capabilities and the benefits of the solution. So some of the ideals that allow us to overcome a number of the infrastructure barriers today. Administrative barriers. Obviously, from a technology perspective, we need to have something that is designed for low administration. Even if this is an on-premise solution, we want to make sure that the work involved in managing this is at an absolute minimum. It's something you get information from. It's not something you spend days and days working on every week, every month. So within the solution itself, keeping that to a lowest level, self-maintaining agents, content, for example, the different types of consumption levels for different types of PCs. New PCs, new makes, models released, getting that type of information from a central service, so it's not something you have to research or handle yourselves. If you're in an international organization, wanting to look at the cost impacts or the savings for each of your different countries, automatically understanding the different exchange rates and handling that. So all aspects of low administration, even for an on-premise installation. But why not just take that away completely? If it's something that isn't core to your business, but it's something that you want to achieve, why not take the administration and give it to somebody else? There's a number of organizations that we work with that provide this. So our parent company, Sparksons, as an example here, providing an out-tasking or managed service for PC power management. So especially useful to be able to get the benefits, but without taking away the focus from core business activities as well. Or if you already have a relationship with a service provider, why not look at their ability to be able to provide this type of service? And a key thing of this is making sure that not just the technology, but the licensing structure matches this type of model.